What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be checking out this Marvel Legends Ultimate Riders Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze with his flaming motorcycle. And this is kind of a re-release of the previous version with the black and I think it's like kind of like a blue motorcycle, which I do have and I will be showing that off. But let me just check out the packaging here. Side art, and you got the back. It's got some pics there, and if you want to read the description, there it is. And here's another kind of side art. So yeah, let's crack them open. Alright, so here is Ghost Rider with this flaming bike, and I believe this is a fan channel exclusive. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he is. He's available, you know, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, GameStop, all those places have him. Right now he is sold out at Big Bad Toy Store, so just be aware of that. You'd probably have to go either Entertainment Earth or GameStop if you wanted to purchase him. I bought this one for about $56, about $64 with shipping and tax and all that. So if you're looking for that price range, that's how much it is. It might be a little bit more at these other stores, but you know, that's might have to go with that. You don't want to go with any scalpers or anything. I think they have an Amazon one, but that's a scalper one. It's like $70, so just be aware of that. Let's take a look at this guy up close. Pretty cool. Got that face, the skull mouth hinge there. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Head articulation is not too great. You know, he obviously goes left and right, but there's not much there in terms of back and forth, so that's a little disappointing. You know, he's got his updated buck. That looks really nice. He got his nice belt here. Butterfly joints, which is pretty much almost standard for most figures. So he goes back there and forth. Double jointed, pinless. So you got good motion there. And of course, pinless on the legs. Standard double jointed as well. So he goes like that. You know, the body back and forth like that. Very nice joints on this figure. Very easy, at least on mine. Got the boot cut left and right here. Of course, your up and down hinge right there. But yeah, very nice figure. He's got his belt. Nice update from the other one that was with the bike. I do have the one that came out in, I believe it was 2018, and he was also on Ultimate Riders. He came with the black and blue, kind of gray silverish bike. I do have that one, and I will compare them a little bit later. But let's take a look at some of his accessories. This is his alternate head. I actually opened this up before just to let you guys see how the inside looks. It's kind of like a black skull type thing. I don't believe this piece, maybe it does come off. Yeah, it looks like it comes off. I don't want to really take that off. I don't know if it's exactly glued on or it's just in there really good, but I'm not going to take it off. But yes, this piece does come off, which is pretty cool. I gotta try this on some other heads. So yeah, that flaming effect, I don't know, but then again, I don't know, because this piece is customized just for this, so I don't think it's going to work for any others, but just so you know, that's how it looks like with the face kind of out of that fire encased plastic look. This is just kind of a extra piece, in case you were wondering. It goes to, if you were to remove this kind of like pike thing, it'll go sit on top of there. And the only reason I really know about that is because I have the older one, and the older one has this. So otherwise, I'd be like, what the hell does this go to? I honestly, I was like, whoa, there's like a little piece, and it's just kind of awkward, and it's like, where does this go to? But yeah, that's right there. If you had to just remove this and put that on there, I'll show you a little bit later how that goes. But he comes with some grippy handle gripping bars, hands, and then he's got a random one open hand. I don't know why they just give you one. That's really annoying. It's like, why can't you just do both? My God, I mean, is it really that expensive? Oh my God, one more extra hand. But that's what they gave us. Of course, your standard chain whip flame effect kind of thing. That's pretty cool. Like it. All right, let's check out the bike now. So this, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is basically the same exact bike as the 2018 Ultimate Riders one that came with the figure, the black one. And it's exactly the same one. The only difference is that this is here. This little pike thing with the skull. And yes, this does come off. The skull, let me show you. So there you go. In case you were wondering, it does come off. And as does this little pike thingy. If I can get it off without taking out the flame effects. All these flame effects come out as well. You could just take them all off if you wanted to and just have the red bike. So that's pretty cool. You got a little speedometer there. You got a little magnet piece for something. I don't know what that's for. Magnet piece. What is that for? Let me know in the comments for that one. You get your red plastic wheels. That's pretty cool. Flame effects, as I mentioned, they do all come off. They're exactly the same as the 2018 version. Same exact effects. Here. And again, as I mentioned before, that little piece just comes right in here and just, oh, see, I took out the other piece. But that just slides in back there if you didn't want to have this piece on there. So yeah, as I said, this does come off. In case you're wondering, that's how it looks like with it off. And it's not hard to put back on. They don't exactly go very good. Let me see. Okay, how did I do this now? Oh, there you go. See, there's like a little piece there. It just goes into the pipe right there. So you just slide that in. That goes in there. And there's a little peg in there. I don't know if you can see, but that doesn't exactly go all the way. I mean, it kind of, you see how it kind of pops out. I don't know if that's for everybody's or if it's just for mine, but that's kind of a little annoying. But I mean, it's held on pretty good there. Again, it does come with a kickstand that kind of goes up and down if you wanted to, lay it without it going back and hanging down or whatever. If you pop it up, it's kind of like, kind of gives you the riding effect. If you put it there that way. Let's see. If you do it like that, kind of gives you that little riding effect. So yeah, exactly. I mean, this is again the same exact bike. I mean, they didn't really do a whole lot on this thing. I mean, not a lot of real updating as far as I can tell. Just like I said, this pike thingy, where is it, with the skull. That's pretty much the big new thing, and of course the figure, obviously, but that's really what's new in this set right there. So let's do some little comparison here now. Alright, so here are the two figures that came in the respectable sets. Obviously this is the 2018 one, this is the new one. A lot's different, obviously. For one thing, you got pins on this one. I mean, it's a completely different figure, really. Different paint, different mold, different everything, basically. There is nothing, I don't think, that is reused about these figures. So that's a good thing, finally. We get plenty of repaints and just, you know, reuses of different molds. So that's a nice change. The heads, you know, a little bit different. Actually, a lot different, but for a little bit similar as well. But you know, you get the flaming effects and stuff. But for the most part, these are two very different figures. So that is the 2018 one and obviously the new one. Let's just compare the motorcycles now. All right, so here are the two different motorcycles, and as you can see, this is I purposely put this straight away like this because this is the best thing I think on this motorcycle right here. I love this kind of like skull faceplate. That is really cool, and I was hoping that the new one would have something like this, maybe like a red one or something like similar to this, but it does not, as you can see. And that is kind of disappointing to me because this is such a cool piece, man. I really love that little skull effect, and it just makes it look so much better than just the normal, you know, it just looks like a motorcycle. It's just so boring to me. So that's a big minus for the new one. The new, you know, as you can see, they're both kind of similar. Well, they are the same, actually, I should say. They are exactly the same motorcycle. Let's see. On the top, they both have that magnet piece. I don't know where that goes to. You both have the speedometer thingy. It's just, like I said, the only thing new about the red one is it just has this thing. This one did not come with the red pike thingy. It didn't come with a black pike thingy or blue or whatever. It didn't come with the little skull either. So that's the only difference, the only thing the new one has over the old one. And to be honest with you, that's not really enough for me. So I like that nice little faceplate thing on the front, that skull look. I really love that. Why they didn't put it on this one, I do not know. But yeah, I mean, this is the exact same parts, you know, just exact same flame effects. Let me show you. As you can see, exactly the same. Left and right. Up top here, see that little piece again. And then, of course, for the, you can't really see it good because the faceplate blocks it, but it is the, they are the same flame effects. But, yeah, that's, to me, that's a big negative on the new one. So, all right, let's compare some of the older figures to the older Ghost Rider figures to this newest one, and maybe do some head swaps. All right, so here is a comparison shot of four of my other Ghost Rider figures, I should say, and then the new one. I'll just kind of guide you here to how they, or what wave they're from and all that, and what year. Left over here is, this is from the 2015 Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. Just to clarify, this head is not the same one that comes with it. I head swapped some of these, so they are a little bit different than I think these two, or maybe this one. I'm not really sure, but anyways, this is not the Johnny Blitt. This one came, the unmasked head, with this figure right here. So just to make sure, just to let you know and stuff like that. 2015 Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. Over here you got the 2023 Retro 80th Anniversary wave. Obviously the new one. Then over here, as I showed him off previously, this is the 2018 Ultimate Riders with the motorcycle, as I showed before. And then, of course, the one on the right is also with the motorcycle, and that is the 2024 Danny Ketch 85th Anniversary. So, yeah, that's a lot, man. But, yeah, I mean, as you can see, a lot of these are the same mold. You got three the same mold. This guy's a little bit different. And, of course, this is an all-new mold right here. But, yeah, I mean, let me just turn them around just to show you the back. See if they'll stand up. Let me just hold him. That's how they look. Oop, don't fall. That's how they look from behind, in case you're wondering. All right, let's do some head swaps here. And in case I forgot to mention, in case you're wondering, this is a disc neck peg. It's not one of those like pegs that you can go all around and it's open here and stuff. So this is your classic disc peg for the neck, in case you're wondering. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't know if you can see, but all of these other Ghost Riders, the head peg is smaller than the new head peg. Right away, I know we're going to have a problem, because now this is the new head. This is a Danny Ketch body. You see, doesn't even go in, completely loose. It's not compatible, unfortunately. I mean, it'll sit on the peg, but it's not gonna, if you were gonna like try to do a pose or something, you know, it's, you see, this completely falls off. So that's a bust, as well as every single one of these bodies have the same peg, so that's not gonna work. You know, that this one's not gonna work, and then of course the last one is not gonna work. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing there. Let's try the reverse though. And I don't think this is gonna work either, because take a look at that hole and then that head peg. Yeah, that is way, I mean, maybe if you Dremel it, you can get it in there, but that's not gonna work. I mean, it sits there, but you know, it's kind of loose, so it'll just kind of sit on the peg, but that's all you're gonna get, really. And of course, these other ones is the same deal. You know, if you Dremeled it out again, but you would have to damage the head, and then he couldn't fit. He'd be swimming in this peg, so that's no longer going to be a use. So that's the dilemma. Same thing. Man, that's disappointing. I was really hoping to head swap these guys out. I love doing that. It's just really disappointing. Let's try the unmasked Johnny Blaze. That's pretty tight. I mean, I don't think that's, no. It's just too small. Again, you'd have to really, you see, Dremel it out. It's not going. It's just way too small. Man, that's disappointing. I really wanted to try a head swap, guys. Yeah. So that's a bust. They all do not go in there, and it's not compatible. That is really disappointing, man. I always love doing these head swaps. But yeah, the new one is not compatible with the older heads. And again, here is the, I forgot to mention or show this off, even though you probably going to know what the answer is. This does not, same deal, does not compatible with the older ones, unfortunately. You know, that sucks. But I did forget to show off how he looks like with the new head sculpt, with the new flame kind of head. So there you go. That's the new one with the new head sculpt. It looks pretty decent. Looks pretty nice. All right, so there you have it. That is the newest Ghost Rider of 2026, Johnny Blaze again. Which, you know, the thing is, I really was hoping that when they said they were gonna, you know, there was a new Ghost Rider, or one of the rumors, I think, I was really hoping that it would be a Robbie Reyes. We don't have a Robbie Reyes. They showed that one off back in, what was it, 2023 with the car and the HasLab. Nothing else was even, you know, I guess they got mad and pissed. They're like, okay, screw you guys. We're not going to get you Robbie Reyes now because you didn't buy the HasLab, or you didn't fund it. So it's like, that's kind of disappointed, honestly. I really want a Robbie Reyes. And again, they give us another Johnny Blaze. So that's kind of disappointing, man. And I really hope the next Ghost Rider figure is a Robbie Reyes figure. I mean, we got plenty of Johnny Blaze. We got a Danny Ketch. Give us the Robbie Reyes, man. It doesn't have to have the car. Just the figure in a wave somehow. Yeah, just that would be great, Hasbro. Just my little rant. But as far as would I recommend this figure and this flame bike, I mean, if you have the older one, I would definitely say no, because to me, that faceplate and this bike looks, it's the same bike. So unless you like, oh my god, I gotta have a red bike and I gotta have an updated figure, then okay. But yeah, I like that faceplate in this bike a lot better. So if you do have it, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you need it, like kind of like a classic looking Ghost Rider with this bike, then yeah, I'd say go for it. But and it is kind of weird that the red bike. I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, I get the flame effects, but what is it, like the bike like a freaking stove or something? It's just overheating or whatever. I know it's maybe he's going to hell or whatever. But anyways, I'm not I don't really care for it, but you know I like the older one. So if you didn't have it, then yeah, it's a good option. I do like the updated figure. He does look great, the updated look. I just wish there was the same peg so we can head swap them, but of course Hasbro has to be difficult with their pegs and stuff and making new pegs and smaller and bigger, So I will try to find the links for this guy for Entertainment Earth and what was it, GameStop. I'll try to put that in the description below. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.